So here I am on my last full day in Costa Rica, and I am chilling in a hammock, enjoying this view of these beautiful trees, listening to the breeze and the birds and other unknown animals. But I just wanted to reflect right now on what has happened. This trip was literally exactly what I needed, in that I needed the time and space to clear my thoughts, get clear on what I was feeling regarding my parents, get clear on what I thought about myself and where I'm going and what my future does and can hold. And I just wanted to, I was able to do all of that, from the cleansing yoga to the early morning walks and thoughts and prayers and sitting on the swing. I have over here where I swing, and I've sat by the pool, and so it's just been very, very exactly what I needed. I have changed my view on how I see my parents' death. I released the guilt. I released the ties I had to their physical selves, um, and their lives here on earth, right? Because the thing that came to me so much was, did I do the right thing? Did mom suffer? Did Ray suffer? How did he feel? How did she feel? And were they angry or disappointed? And I realized none of that would they feel as their spiritual selves, right? Because as their spiritual selves, their bodies were only here temporarily. It was like a discarded clothing, discarded outfit that no longer fit, that no longer performed well, and they were able to discard that and throw it away. So why would they be upset with me because their clothing no longer fit? That was relieving to feel, to know, to literally see them, their faces disappear and their light shine through, and their light shine through on me, with pieces of me in their souls and pieces of their souls in me, right? So it was just amazing. Now, I think I mentioned this in an earlier video, but now when I see them, I don't see their faces. I see their light. I feel their light. And the same is true for grandma and grandpa and Aunt Nell and anybody who's passed. Now I was able to release them into I took their physical selves off of them so their spirits from me could fly free. I know it sounds almost hard to explain, but that's literally how it is. So I don't have to see their faces as they were when they were here. And I still remember them. Of course, I have very wonderful memories of them, but my last memories don't have to be of them in those bodies, in those clothes. So that's what's exciting to me, is that I do feel a whole huge sense of relief. I also was able to feel relief and forgiveness of self, um, just an openness of myself to allow myself to be free to be whatever is next, to not be beholden to what other people think I could be or should be, or what their expectations of me are, or even what their criticisms of me are. Um, it's been actually really good that this was a semi solo trip, because even though I know these ladies, I don't know these ladies, right? So it gave me distance to think on my own, to not that I never thought on my own before, but to just kind of think about what I wanted, how I wanted to show up in a place where people don't really know me that well, and could I engage, and would I drift into my shy self? Would I go back into that honey that becomes a wallflower? And I didn't. And I struck up conversations with strangers. I went on excursions with people I didn't know, um, and felt fine, felt great. So, I accomplished everything, and now I just want this feeling to stay. I even drew pictures. I had some help from Jessica, who's one of the teachers, but man, I was surprised at my ability to even come up with something that looked halfway decent. And they looked pretty great to me. So, all of that, and I got some reading done, a lot of reading, just chill time, me time, thoughtful time, no TV, no radio, just me and myself. And I can't say anything else other than, oh, look at this. Oh, he's sitting right there. How beautiful. He's just sitting at the end of the hammock. Hello, little birdie. Hi. Hi. Look at that. Right here with me. Look at those red eyes. I'm telling you, this bird is 3 feet away from my foot. Wow. See? There's my foot. There's the bird. I have no idea what kind of bird that is. Wow. I was sitting here being impressed by this bird. It's not even phased by me. It's just chilling, just like me. Okay, birdie. But anyway, this has been just a massively impressive trip. Costa Rica is my new happy place. It's the new place that I want to come when I need clarity of thought, when I need understanding of self. Because one thing that I learned about myself is that I know a lot of stuff, but I've known this, but I'd never take time to know in depth detail about any one subject, right? And that was made apparent to me here, not in a negative way, but in a way that made me want to go deeper into the things that I say I enjoy. Oh, he flew away. Um, like um, understanding my chakras and my spirituality and understanding African goddesses and even eating well and gardening. I know enough to let people know that I have an interest, but I don't know enough to really say that I'm into it and that it's really something that kind of is part of who I am and part of my life. So now I'm definitely going to go deeper into all of the areas that I say that I enjoy, that I do enjoy. I want to get really knowledgeable about them to an in-depth level. Some of these ladies have impressed me with how into the things that they love they are. When they get into it, they're into it. Like the yoga instructors, really into yoga and the mantras and chanting, and the artist is really into drawing and art and understanding. She's also a gardener who got me into this. Understanding gardening and plants and just having an affinity for it and just having lots of knowledge around it. And I realized that I stay on the surface. So going forward with my new job at the garden and um, everything else that I'm doing in the future, I want to go deeper. Now I need to go beyond. And I think that's kind of also how I am about, getting an understanding for love, joy, happiness, pleasure, and affection. I always stay on the surface. afraid to go deeper. And I'm no longer going to be afraid to go deeper in all of those areas. I'm going to love like I've never been hurt. I'm going to enjoy life, have pleasure like I've never been disappointed. I'm going to live like I've never had constraints. I'm going to make that a conscious thing and a conscious practice and invoke the discipline that is necessary to get good at those things. So, can I say this was life changing? Absolutely. Absolutely.